Alright, it's update time. Copwatch Y here. Updates. So, the video I made a few months ago about the guy who narked on me, called the cops on my 7 plants, right? Made a video about him and kind of clowned his YouTube channel and used some of his videos. Got copyright protected. He must have got kind of pissed that I used his videos and clowned him. I don't know how he came across it, whatever, it doesn't matter. So my YouTube channel got sanctioned. Whoop, hoo, hoo, hoo. All that means is that I can't upload more than 15-minute videos, I think, and some monetization things, but I don't make any money off it anyway, so it doesn't matter. I transferred all my longer uploads, my normal longer uploads, to a new YouTube channel called Hilo Courthouse. That's Hilo, H-I-L-O, Courthouse is one word. But for the one shorter than that, it'll be here on the Copwatch OYE channel. Yeah, until the 6 months are up. Big deal. So that's new. Don't even care. Funny thing is that it came after I posted, or uploaded rather, my last 2 videos on the same day, which were highly critical of the local government. And I like coincidences. So anyway, this video is going to be a minor introduction into 2 documents that I think everybody needs to be familiar with as a cop watcher, as someone who actually tries to struggle, right, in these courts against this government. Oh shit. Struggle in these courts against this government, and they are these. Oh, by the way, first, YouTube. So when you use Tor, right, it can't tell where you are. So right now it's saying FR for France. It gives all these other European country abbreviations, a different one every time I log on, because Tor makes it so they can't pinpoint your location, and that's good. So use Tor browser, T-O-R, Google it. Moving right along. The 2 documents you should be aware of are this one, the Anti-Government Movement Guidebook. This is written for judges, right? These 2 documents are training manuals for judges. Don't you think that's minorly important? Yeah, just minorly important. So I'm going to intro this document as well as this one. The Lawless Ones, 2nd edition, has been updated in 2012. It's subtitled The Resurgence of the Sovereign Citizen Movement. If the judges are using training manuals like these, then they think that when we go to court we are some kind of sovereign citizen, which of course we are not. I'm not claiming to be a sovereign citizen, nor would I ever claim that. Why would you need to make a claim anyway, right? So let's just intro these real quick. Ooh, too big. Okay. So look at this document, right? Just look at the subtitles here. So you can read what this is written by, top echelon judges and lawmakers and rule makers and order followers and conformists and cowards of all kinds of the ruling class when it comes to judges, okay? And they spread this stuff around to all the judges, and so this is what they're reading, right? So you can kind of know their input into what sovereign citizen ideology is, organization, groups on the internet. See all these? Personality types, demographics, prisoners, paper terrorism, bogus liens, other harassing attempts. Fictitious, 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 fictitious. That just basically means anything that isn't ours, anything that isn't ours, anything that isn't ours, anything that isn't ours. Nations, quasi-nations. I've never heard a sovereign citizen ever use the word quasi-anything. Tribes. Frauds and scams. Mortgage foreclosure schemes. Threats, takeovers, and violence. So this is what they want. Okay, I'm gonna read those, but let's get back to here first so I can intro this one. So see what I mean? This is the type of stuff. Here's all the credits for all these people. Oh, let me. Pa-pow! There we go. Woo! Don't do that. Duh. Okay. That was quick. How about that? Yeah, that's better. Table of contents, right? Overview of the common law court movement. Here's one for the big common law push people, minarchists, right? Minarchists are pretty much as big of a problem as statists because they deflect resources and people and energy away from the actual effective solution, which is voluntarism, of course, i.e. anarchy. I like to call it natural law anarchy, which has nothing to do with violence. In fact, it's tied to a non-aggression principle. All you people who don't know what the hell it is and are jumping to conclusions right now. Alright, posse comitatus, avoiding legal authority, hidden histories, justification. First wave of the common law movement. This is like from 1999, I believe, this document. Challenging subject matter jurisdiction. Oh. Subject matter jurisdiction, huh? Is there another kind of jurisdiction? That's something you should know. The gold fringe flag issue, typical responses to the flag objection, additional authority. Look at all these topics. Sovereign versus a corporate citizen. Typical responses. I mean, this is telling judges about people who don't believe them and their authority. And it's stereotyping everybody in. But the reason why I think it's valuable to know is because if you don't fit into any of these categories in this book, it's helpful to know what the judges are thinking or presuming or assuming that you're into when we're very much not. Look at all these. Refusing to enter the bar, significance of the bar, typical responses to the bar argument, additional authority. Refusing to speak, identify oneself, refusal to identify oneself, typical responses to refusal to identify. This is basically judicial tactics. And look, by a non-lawyer, party makes verbal threats against the court, responding to threats made by members of the movement. Party begins a hunger strike. Look at this. As long as I'm in jail, I never eat. I'm always in a hunger strike if I'm in jail. Attempts to disqualify the judge. Judicial disqualification. This is a really, really important document. Everybody should be reading this. If you give a shit about how to take care of yourself, defend yourself in a court in North America and many other places. Refuses to sign documents, interactions with the clerk, appearance at office window, counter of the court clerk, clerk responses to members of the movement. These are all tactics they're going to use. I'm going to show up with this book, hard copy, every time I go and just laugh at them, point to the page of the tactic they're using, going, are you using this tactic? Because I know all of these here. Which one are you going to use next? This is the information I'm trying to get, and please stop trying to dodge it, even though your boss would love you to. Response to service of process, personal lawsuits, something I did. Threats against court personnel, only an idiot would make a threat to a court personnel. We don't need to do that. Violent actions, only a dummy would do that. Appendixes, helpful websites, legislative responses. Look at this is gold. Gold, gold, gold. Okay. Preface. I'm just going to start with the preface of each and then end the video, okay? Preface. There is a movement afoot in this country today that is made up of disaffected and often dispossessed Americans who are seeking a better way through wholesale return to their view of the past. Dun dun dun. Right? This movement has been called many things: the anti-government movement, the sovereignty movement, the common law courts movement, regardless of the name attached to the beliefs and the people who follow them. Hello? What do you mean regardless of the name attached to the beliefs and the people who follow them? What if I don't believe in any of these descriptions that you give to the people you try to describe in this document? You're just saying regardless, fuck them all. Is that what you're trying to say there? Jeez. One common denominator exists. I'm recording this twice at the same time and running HD video. That's probably why it's freaking out. A feeling of despair rooted in personal and pecuniary... Well, it got me a word I don't know. Pecuniary? Pecuniary. I'd have to Google that. Excuse me for not knowing that one. And manifested in a new defiant mistrust and spite for the ways of the current government. The guide focuses on... Yeah, because you don't have any evidence of jurisdiction, dumb fuck. This guide focuses on the ways in which followers of these movements impact the operation of our state court systems. While the commentators have discussed these movements from all angles, ranging from ridicule to outrage to fear, most of the mainstream pundits discount the powerful emotions that drive these individuals from the fold of our everyday society and into the ranks of the modem patriots. Modem. That's an M, not an RN, so modem patriots. What was that, internet patriots? Folds of our everyday society and into the ranks of the modem patriots. Yeah, how about from the folds of the officer corps of our military into the ranks of the modem patriots? That too. From all ranks of the military into the modem patriots, that too. This guide asks that our state courts not take these individuals and their problems and concerns so lightly. Aha. I'm going to end it there. I could go on, man. It's so tempting to, yeah? Look at this. Key findings. Significant growth. This is the one that's updated to 2012. Look at this. Potential for violence. Harassing liens are a major problem. Exploiting the mortgage foreclosure. They're running a fraud, and this is the fraud's guide to why it's not a fraud, and why the people who want truth and justice via written down, not your opinions that condemn us to fines and imprisonment and theft of our property, we would like to see it written down. So that's where the people are coming from. This document says they're wrong because they're not obeying our rules. Basically. Infecting prisons. Woo! They recruit and teach their ideology while behind bars. A growing number of federal and state prisoners are becoming sovereign citizens, using the paper terrorism tactics to retaliate against judges, prosecutors, and others. Retaliate? How about defend themselves against judges? Paper terrorism? How about using the legal system against itself by trying to point to the unethical bullshit? This document is so full of shit every which way from Sunday. Growing Moorish movement. Check them out. Dude. This is shit. Look at these two documents, okay? Here's the web addresses. I'll put the web addresses in the description. Alright, the lawless ones, the resurgence of the sovereign citizen movement, and the anti-government guide. Alright? The anti-government guide. Check them out.